Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. It is afternoon. Hello, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Just waiting for everybody to get on screen. Okay, well, hello, everybody. I'm Lisa Ginsburg, and we also have Anne-Marie Allen on from the BCAR staff today. We want to welcome you to our Real Estate Social Media 101 program. And before we begin, and I introduce our instructor today, Rhonda, just a few housekeeping announcements. If you'd like, we'd love to see you on screen. I see that some of you already have your screen on, some don't. It's your choice, but you can start your video. And again, we'd love to see you. Please make sure that you are on mute at all times. If you do have a question for Rhonda, she's graciously allowing us to just unmute yourselves and call out your question. If you feel comfortable, you can also raise your hand. You can actually raise your hand, but it might be better to do like a virtual raise of hand, which is in the reactions box on the bottom of your screen. If you click on that, there'll be a raise hand. I just raised my hand so you can see what it looks like. Or you can also put your question in the chat and we'll monitor it for Rhonda as she's speaking. This program is being recorded. It will be sent out early next week to all members with a copy of Rhonda's PowerPoint presentation. So if you missed something or you want to share it with one of your colleagues, please do so. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Rhonda Ragona. Rhonda is on her third year of being a Doylestown realtor, and she previously worked in the spa industry as a trainer, manager, and educator for 20 years, as well as a contract specialist and paralegal for GE Capital and in real estate law for 10 years before that. She resides in Doylestown, Buckingham area with her husband and her three kids, 2 kids and a lovable border collie, Casey, who, you know, she said is still her best behaved child, which having a pup, I can agree to that. Her hobbies include volunteering in her community, hiking, art, music, gardening, cooking, and reading. She connects with her community by having yard sales, holding an annual fundraiser for Alex's lemonade stand with her kids, and donating to local food pantries. We're thrilled to have you, Rhonda. We really appreciate you doing this today, and I'm going to mute myself out and we're going to let you go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, everybody. Welcome to Social Media 101 for Realtors. We feel like this class is really important because it can be really intimidating and overwhelming to learn about social media, and Lord knows the younger people don't want to tell us anything. Just kidding. So I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I guess we should really start with what has the last year taught us. Obviously, because we're on a Zoom class right now, we really learned that we could be face-to-face without really being face-to-face. And that's kind of what social media is all about. And a lot of agents in particular have discovered that social media is critical because obviously as a realtor, we want to be top of mind. We want people to think of us if they have any real estate questions or needs, but we also don't want to, you know, bore them with our job 24 hours a day. So I'm going to give you an overview of Facebook, Instagram, things you can post, how you can use those two together. Also go a little bit over YouTube, as well as some apps that you can create your own content on. But social media is a way to put you in front of your target audience, keep you top of mind, and showcase your skills and your personality. So I did put a link, I don't know if you can see my arrow in this area, but a really interesting article came out from Forbes magazine. Not that you need to be, you know, encouraged to already be learning more, but obviously social media was critical last year, as well as Zoom and video technology. having a social media presence is one of, if not the most important presence you can do, because you can't be together in real life. For the last few months, it's definitely helped business to be able to be seen, to speak to people virtually. So if you want to check that whole article out, it was really, really interesting. But here's some statistics for you. These polls were done by theclose.com. But basically, it talks about how in 2020, how did agents get new clients? 83% were referrals. Yay, referrals. But the next 44% was posting on social media, and those posts can be free. Then you've got your online advertising, buying leads, print advertising, cold calling. I like the 44% too. So especially for new agents who aren't getting referrals, it's a really great way to build your brand and build your business. So I'm going to move my little face here so I can read this side. So where are agents going to focus in 2021, where we are now? 82% said they wanted to improve their social media presence. So thanks for coming, because you're on your way to doing that. Does anybody want to raise their hand if they feel like social media is completely overwhelming? I know, I know, and I would say I feel that pressure. So one of the things that really can help you just focus, keep up, is to choose the platforms you want to focus on. So here we've got TikTok. We're not really focusing on that, but that is a contender these days. Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat. There's so many. It can be really confusing. So statistics on social media usage. I'm a statistics gal. This always helps me decide, well, what should I do? The number of social network users worldwide from 2017 with a projection to 2025. So here's 2020 last year. 3.6 billion people were using social networks. It's projected that's just going to keep going up by 2025 to 4.41 billion. Crazy. So I believe the statistic is as well that 70% of people who have access to the internet use social media. So that is amazing for advertising purposes. What are the most popular social networks? Obviously, Facebook is number one with 2,740 million users. You can look at this chart: YouTube, WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, WeChat, TikTok. They're all, I would say 4 of the top 6 are owned by Facebook too. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so raise your hand if you're already on social media. All right, great. Well, that's half the battle. Us and 3.6 billion other people, right? So just real quick, Facebook, is a social media site. Everybody probably knows how it started, but it's almost, I want to say almost 20 years old now. And social media is started to show your face. Now it's become, indirect consumer engagement, because I might post a picture of what I wore to a showing and you're like, oh, I like your outfit, it's cute, but I also see you're a busy realtor, so that's cool too. I better remember you when someone I know or I need to buy or sell a home. So it can actually blur the lines between a post and an advertisement. Before I go to the next social media platform, I just want to quick talk about the difference between a personal Facebook page and a business page, and say you absolutely have to have a personal page before you can even create a business page. And from that, you will be able to control, your business page as well as other things. Now, in the last few months, and even the last few weeks, Facebook has literally created a way for you to just switch from your personal page to your business page, and even more easily interact as your business page, which is an interesting development. And even I am still getting used to that. But your personal page, if you are a person who likes to have private things that you don't want your clients or the public to see, you absolutely should keep your personal page private. The conundrum here is that your personal page literally has access to your friends and family. They're already people who know, like, and trust you. There's a reason why they're your Facebook friend. So it is important to incorporate, even if you keep it private, what you do for a living on your personal page, because that in itself is an advertisement to your friends and family to see you, what you do for a living and how you help people. At the same time, people get really bored if you're sharing everything that's on your business page on your personal page, because oftentimes the people who are fans of your business page can overlap. So technically the purpose of the business page is to showcase your work. You can keep reviews there, like it's up to you. Like I always tell people, if you choose one place that you want your reviews, always trying to get reviews in that one place. So that being said, if you want Google reviews, ask for them on Google. If you want Facebook reviews, ask for them on Facebook. But you can keep your reviews there. You can highlight your successes. You can post personal information. The more you're able to show satisfied customers, the better, of course, because someone who is looking at your business page that is not already someone who knows, likes, and trusts you is learning to know, like, and trust you. So obviously you want to showcase, you know, that you're doing your job, you're getting results. As far as posting, I always try to talk about the Pareto principle. If you're familiar with that principle, it's 80-20 rule. So really, even on your business page, you want to be posting 80% fun and 20% business. And that's just to keep engagement, to keep people interested in your page. It's hard not to take it personally, though, that my business page is probably pretty boring to a lot of people, but it's still really important to have it for advertising purposes. So on to Instagram. We're going to come back. I'm just kind of overviewing real quick, but Instagram started, I want to say, not long after Facebook, and Instagram literally was just posting photos. And it became very popular with the younger people as well. And then they added 45-second videos that you could post as well. Now, Instagram has rolled out Instagram Reels, which is a direct competitor with TikTok. And if you're familiar with TikTok, great. If TikTok is like, I don't want to know about it, I understand. But just know that TikTok is often life hacks, parodies, music videos, things like that people are actually doing for entertainment. So Instagram has created Reels because so many people were sharing TikToks on Instagram that they needed to, you know, do something to compete. So another interesting thing about Facebook is that, about Instagram, is that Facebook bought Instagram in 2012. So that is a really neat thing as far as time saving, because you can link your Instagram and your Facebook pages so that you don't have to be on both posting all the time. That being said, you might have different followers on Instagram than you have on Facebook. If you have a lot of the same followers on both, they're going to be seeing both the same stuff if that's what you're posting. All right, so
Rhonda, sorry
yeah.
to interrupt. We have a question, if that's okay.
Oh, sure.
From Peter McDonald. Can I hide my personal page somehow? People get confused on where to reach me. I want all traffic to go to my business page. Now, this might be something you're going to show, but I just,
Oh yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. So yes, you can change the privacy settings on your personal Facebook page to be private. That doesn't mean that people won't ask to be your friend who are interested in, you know, being a client. And I do recommend that you become friends on Facebook with your client, but you would just have to go on your personal page, change the privacy settings. And then if someone is asking to be your friend that is a client and you don't want them to be, you just say, can we, you know, let's be friends on my business page. Here it is. And you can share that. Does that answer your question? If not, let us know. So the other cool thing that they just rolled out, I believe it was last September, is called Facebook Business Suite. And Facebook Business Suite actually allows you to link your Instagram and your Facebook pages. It has to be personal Instagram to personal Facebook page or business Instagram to business Facebook page. So therein lies the rub, in that you cannot have a personal Instagram post on your business Facebook. Like, it has to be business to business and personal to personal. Anyway, I'm going to show you my screen and just next, so that you can see what I'm talking about here. So here is my lovely Facebook. Can everybody see that? Yep. Okay. So just going over the top here, this is my personal page. And I believe now you can actually get to either one. But so here, this is my little family here. Hi, family. You can switch your account here with this little arrow from your personal page to your business page. But before I do that, I just want to show you a few things on my personal page. So, not to confuse you, there are two different ways to get into everything. We've got this handy little sidebar. One of these things is probably going away. You can, see your private, you can see your business suite, which is what I'm going to click on next, your different pages that you manage. Up here is the home screen, Facebook Watch, Marketplace, groups, gaming. I haven't ventured into that one, but over here, just like your little Google menu, if you guys are familiar with Google, you can also get to every single thing by this one little control. And you would need to just scroll down, but you can go to pages, entertainment, shopping, it's under categories, things that you saved, ads manager, business suite, jobs, or you can go over here and create stuff just by the little tab. So they're giving you a lot of options, which can feel, again, quite overwhelming. But my guess is that they're going to get rid of some of them at some point. And right now they're giving you both until you can get used to that. So switching to Facebook Business Suite, let me show you my business account. Here's my switch profile, Realtor Rhonda. Sorry if it's slow, but so a new thing that they've recently done, if you have a business page, you might have already experienced this, but now they're giving you your business page a Facebook feed. So you can actually be friends with clients from your business page, which is really probably helpful for those of us who want to keep it, keep it quiet, or keep our personal life personal and keep that separate.
Rhonda, this might answer. Peter had responded again saying that it looks like I'll lose customers if my personal page is private. So this might be answering that question.
Well, I guess that depends. I mean, you can always suggest that well, if they're already your friend, then they're going to see it whether you make it public or private or not. So yeah, you need to switch them to your business account or your personal account, but you can't have them on both. It's not that you'd lose customers. You just have to say, you know what, I'm trying to do this as my business page. Can you support me in this way? And then just, take them off the personal page, especially if you're posting things that you don't want them to see. So anyway, back to this fun stuff here. So as you can see, you can create events. Like, let's say, like I try to do 4 events a year that are going to be community events that I can invite my clients to as well. You can do the ads manager. You can even create a story now on your, your business page, and I know maybe a lot of you aren't familiar with stories, but it's really neat. The thing about stories that I really like is you can actually see who has looked at your stories. Does everybody know that? Because I feel like that's almost like a best kept secret. Like, and people, like, for the longest time, I'm like, I'm not doing this story thing. I already post. That's enough. Like, this is too much. But it, like, if I switch back here to my personal account and I show you this story that I posted probably the other day, like, I can literally see every single person that looked at it, whether they liked it, whether they acknowledged it. I can say, oh, see, there's me and my daughter in the pool. I can say, okay, look, like, there's like 5 clients have looked at me in my pool. So I had a touch with them today. So that's good. So stories are a cool best kept secret.
I have a question.
Yes.
On the story that you have in there, I do that every day, and I actually get, you know what I mean, usually about close to about 100 views that I get, but there are still others that all the way at the bottom says that I am not friends with them and I am not able to see who they are at all. Is there any way for me to see who those people are? Or not?
Oh, so it's people that you don't know are seeing it.
No, people that I know can, everybody, in my case, everyone can see it because I am actually public, number one.
Okay.
However, the people that I'm friends with, I am able to see those names that you showed in there. All the way at the bottom, there's also another group that says you are not able to see who these people are, or something like that, because they're not in your connection. So there are other people seeing it. Is there any way to see those people that are not in my connection?
Well, and that is something that we're going to cover. That is like a little advanced step that I have at the end. Oh no, please, Fadwa, don't say sorry, because that's a brilliant question. And it's something we all want to know the answer to, right? If somebody's looking at our stuff on Facebook, we want to know.
Exactly.
If their accounts are private, under the stories, you're not going to be able to see, and they're not your friend.
Gotcha.
But there is a way to capture who's looking at, you know, your ads or your posts and things like that, at least to a degree, which I'm going to show you towards the end. But
okay.
But I digress. I'm going to look at my notes because I always just go flying around, and I wanted to make sure I cover a few things on here. So
Lisa asked the question, if that's okay. It's about this topic. So what you're saying is, even though they look at a story but not like love, we still know who looks at the story.
you still know if they're in your friends or followers. Yeah. It will show you even if they just look at it. So but if they are, if it's a public profile, which my personal page is not, and their accounts are private, I don't think you can see who's looking at your story. So now Instagram may be a little different, but that's to my knowledge. And like I said, I'm advanced, but I wouldn't call myself a super expert. So if anyone knows anything different, please share the information. So anyway, the other thing,
real fast, Paul sent a question, and it may not be the right time for it, but I thought I'd at least get it out there. He says, my business page looks like an advertising page for me. If that makes sense. Hopefully my clients or friends don't see all that. How do I turn that off?
so what you're saying, Paul, might be because they just switched the business pages to having their own news feed. So you're actually not looking at your page, you're looking at the news feed of all of the connections that you've made on your business page. So as, like, for instance, I didn't realize, as Rhonda the Realtor, I became a member of a Doylestown Moms group and a Doylestown Foodies group, and I had no idea. I'm like, oh, like, so you're looking at the news feed when you first log on, and I'll show you right now. I'll switch back to my Realtor account. And basically when I come on here, it's like, oh my gosh, look at all these other people asking all these questions, right? That's not your page. That is your new business accounts news feed. So it can be very confusing. If you want to look at your page, you have to basically click at the top of, if you're on a laptop. If you're on a mobile device, it might be a little different, but then I can scroll down and see, all right, this is what I did here. Here's my recent posts, yada, yada, yada. So I get you, Paul. It's very confusing. They just switched that like last week. I'm not kidding. So half of us are like, what happened there? I don't know. Hopefully that answered your question though, Paul. So I want to go on here next. And if you have questions, you guys are doing great stopping me. I want to show you the business suite. And this is where the slide that I showed you, but this is the actual screen of my Instagram. I'm at your Realtor Rhonda, or my Realtor Rhonda business page. So my business Instagram, business Facebook. This is a way that I just wanted to show you how you can save your sanity. But first, because I'm going to show you how to schedule a post. But first, I wanted to show you all the interesting things that you can learn from Facebook Suite. So if you do use this, you can look at the trends of each post that you've made. You can look at how many people you reached, when reach was up and when reach was down. You can divide it by content. I can tell you right now, anytime there's personal content, I'm getting way more interaction. You can often see who you reached, how many likes and reactions you got, how many comments you got. I always get comments on my kids' stuff. I try not to market them too much, but they are adorable and I'm pretty proud. So you can also, under insights, look at, okay, the gender and age of most of the people interacting with my page is this. You can look at the top cities of most of the people interacting with my page are this. This can help you if you are going to do door knocking, if you are going to do print mailing. This can help you say, well, this is like my target. These are my audience members that are really engaging in what I'm doing. Any questions about that?
There is one question from Krista, and but it might relate back to what you were just discussing prior, but I can only see the business page view, not the view you are showing us. I'm not sure, Krista, if you want to unmute yourself and.
Well, Krista, if you go to the business, or is she on her business
Hi.
page?
I'm here. So my business page, can you flick to your business page and show us, because my business page, like where you saw it, where it looks like your personal page. So my business page, maybe I'm not hitting the right tab. Okay. Is that your business page?
This is my personal. I'm going to go back. You can always tell. Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen, like you can see what I'm doing. But you can always tell which one you're on by the little picture here. So that's
Okay.
that's my personal. So I'm going to switch, and I'm going to go to Realtor Rhonda, and I'm going to sing the Jeopardy theme song because my computer's slow. Okay. So this is my news feed for Realtor Rhonda.
Okay. So how do you? Okay, that is not, so I go to, it's my page. I go to my pages and then I go to my business page and I have my whole thing. And it's, did you say it's called news feed? No.
Yes, that's new. Now we have a news feed.
Okay, where are you with what it looks like right here? That's
Right
your,
here, I'm in my news feed.
your news feed for your business page.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
These are all things that
So
I've liked.
where there's no friends.
You can look at your friends, but really what you have is page likes. And really, if you want to look at that, you've got to go to view your page, which is this Realtor Rhonda on the top left is my literal page. And
Okay, my confusion, I guess, is that left side where it says friends. That doesn't say the same thing yours says. It just says page, news feeds, updates, manage shop.
okay, you may need to update your app. Are you on a laptop or are you on?
I'm on a
phone?
laptop.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I mean, sometimes it could just be different,
Okay.
but my guess is, it's still like, are you saying you don't have this whole menu here?
No, my menu is totally it says manage page, and then it says
Oh,
the name
okay.
of,
So you're on the classic version of your business page. You can switch back and forth to that anytime. I'm on the updated whatever.
oh, okay. So I have to figure out how to update that.
Well, if you want, I mean, trust me, I'm not saying I love that they have that, but if you want to see the news feed of all the things that you've liked under your page or that you've become a member of under your business page, then you would want to set up the news feed. But you being on the classic, it's not going to affect anything. You can still go into Facebook Business Suite. You can still do all the things that we're talking about.
Okay. I'm sorry. It was just so confusing, but it looks like your view might be a little bit more user friendly because it looks similar to the personal page where it looks like you can interact a little bit easier from the view that you're in.
I feel like they're both very intuitive. I mean, I gotta say, like in my old age, I just don't love change, but I am embracing it and learning about it. But yeah, I hear you. And if you want to stay on at the end, or I give
Yes.
everybody my email if you want to contact me.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't want to waste anybody's time.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
can
I will
chat
definitely.
about how to switch to classic if you prefer classic. This is
Great.
the new way.
Thank
And
you.
somebody else, Lisa, is asking, how do you change to the updated Facebook Business Suite?
Well, as I said, it should have asked you automatically when you went on. And if it didn't, then I'm going to have to help you figure that out after class. Because it is very intuitive. It will ask you probably several times, just like it'll ask you, do you want to connect when you go onto Facebook Business Suite the first time? It's going to say, do you want to connect your Instagram and your Facebook page so that you only have to post once? So, but at the same time, because here we go, I'm going to teach you a post now, guys. On Facebook Business Suite, at the same time, you can still literally just post one on one Instagram or one realtor page by checking here. So we've got, I just want to post this on Instagram, or I just want to post this on Realtor Rhonda. However, I usually use this for both. And some other neat things that I should show you here before I create is to say, I actually did one so that I don't have to show you all of it. So you can, the neatest thing about saving your life for time blocking and scheduling is that you can pre-schedule your posts, okay? Because ain't nobody got time for us to be on here all the time posting. So one of my favorite features is to schedule a post in advance. Like right now, I'll try to take 2 hours out of the month to schedule like 15 posts. Like let's say July 4th is coming up, or it was like National Selfie Day the other day, or things like that. You can just sit, and that part of your schedule is to write these posts. I save this draft. You can also save them and post them when you want. Or you can hit this button down here, like I went down to the bottom right, and I'm going to say, I want to schedule the post or publish now. So, and before I speed through this, you can see that I'm posting it to both pages. You can write different text on each one, but I'm not going to do that. You can also change the text on Instagram versus the text on Facebook. You can add photos, you can add a video, you can't add both. You can make your photos into a video slideshow. I don't want to go crazy here, so let's just keep it simple for today's class. But you can add links, you can add your hashtags at the end, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. And this is basically talking about 2 weeks ago, we had a Alex's Lemonade Stand fundraiser. My kids do it every year. They've always loved lemonade, and we decided to make it a charitable stand. And this year, our 3rd year, Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick came to visit and gave us a plaque and everything. It was so cool. So I finally figured out how much money we made and transferred it over to the account. So now I'm going to announce how much we made. So I'm going to say, I want to schedule this post, and I want to schedule it for today, and I want to schedule it for let's say, yeah, 12:57 works for me. You can change the time though at any time. Like, let's say I want to post it at 1 p.m. So at 1:57 p.m. it's going to post. You can change the date by clicking here. You can click save, and then I just am going to finish it by scheduling the post. Now then, suppose, oh my gosh, I totally realized I put the wrong picture up. I want to change it. Sorry if my page is really slow here. You can go back in at any time under your posts, and you can change anything you want just by going back in and clicking on it. And then let's say, you know what? I love this one. Let's publish it now. All right. Publish it now. I'm absolutely sure they're going to make sure. All right. So now I've finished doing all that fun stuff. I did want to show you, this is my Instagram account. You can see that I post stuff about being a realtor and stuff about being a mom. And I'm thinking from here, I'm going to go back to the slideshow, guys. Can y'all see my slideshow? Awesome. All right. So the amazing thing about social media is, especially since COVID, I mean, I feel like it really has always been successful for me in this industry, but since COVID, you're literally starting a two-way conversation with your audience, even if that may be 10 people or 350 of your closest friends. So it's really neat, because if you post something and everybody finds that it's relevant, even if it's just what's coming in your head, you know, people are going to comment. It's important then that you comment and kind of mirror, just like you do in everyday conversation with your clients, what you're putting on your social media. Because you could have 10 comments and be having 10 two-way conversations, even though you guys haven't seen each other in a long time. Types of content that you can post: time-sensitive or promotional content, like new listings, open houses, Facebook Lives. Let's say you want to offer a, you know, a Q&A. Facebook Live is a tab that is optional for you. There's evergreen content, which basically is how-tos, tips. A lot of people do Tip Tuesdays. You can answer questions. The evergreen content is often done on video, and we'll talk about video in a minute. Fun or entertaining content, which really should be, you know, quite a bit of what you post may not even be related to real estate. You can post jokes, you can make like this or that posts. There's all kinds of different things. So just to zoom in on that, you know, obviously people who know, like, and trust you already are interested in what you're doing. But this, especially on your business page, is a way to highlight your personality and who you are as a person, community member, parent, etc. So you can post this or that's, funny parodies. You can review a local restaurant. You can post community events that people might find interesting, jokes, funny kids, and of course the favorites, viral cat videos. Who doesn't love them? I don't even have a cat. I love viral cat videos. So it's really important. This is like, I hate this picture. My husband is my photographer sometimes, but it's funny and it's me. Like, I do that. So it's really important to always be authentic you. In pretty much everything you do. You don't have to try to do anything else but be you. Just like in your real estate career, people know, like, and trust you. They want to use you. So I'm wondering where I'm at on time. Okay, we're doing good. So video and storytelling. And honestly, I'd love to say, everybody on here, contact me later and let's do a video challenge. Because it's really important to get comfortable doing video. It is a literally always going to get way more attention. It's going to be way easier to digest, especially if it's a funny story about real estate or about your life. And people get to see who the real you is, which is obviously always a treat. If you do get interested in video, I do recommend that you get a ring light. This is actually a picture of a ring light. You can see how it holds your phone. They're around 30 bucks. Some are fancier than others. Some are more or less expensive. Amazon has them. Anybody has them. But lighting and background are somewhat important. Whenever, I don't know if any of you do like Zoom consultations with your clients, but obviously I'm going to hide that pile of laundry behind me or whatever when I'm meeting with clients on Zoom. It's the same if you're creating a video for your page. Therefore, if you do like video, then all of a sudden you've got to decide, what the heck am I going to do with all these videos? So I'm here to tell you, if you do end up saving videos and using videos, it's an amazing way to repurpose value for your clients. For instance, if you create a video for your Facebook page all about first-time homebuyers and what they need to know, you can save that, store it, and the next time one of your clients is a first-time homebuyer, say, welcome to Realtor Rhonda's page. I'm going to text you this video because it's got a lot of helpful information. And then when we get together, you already know this stuff. I've already said it. All of us are saving time and energy. So I love that aspect. So of course you can store your videos on Google. I actually created a YouTube channel. I am not popular. I have 8 subscribers. One of them's probably my husband. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I can store my videos there. Eventually, I can always share them. You can also keep your videos private on YouTube. Like for instance, if I do video tours for clients of property, you can save that, upload it to your YouTube, keep it private, and then just share them the private link with permission to watch it. So neat things that all are going to cross promote. What the heck are hashtags? Everybody here probably knows what a hashtag is, so I apologize if this sounds, like annoying or boring. But I see people misuse hashtags all the time. So hashtags are a way to search social media, internet, Facebook, Instagram especially uses hashtags, TikTok. You cannot have spaces, you cannot have punctuation, you can't have symbols. Your posts have to be public for your hashtags to be searched. You really don't want to make a hashtag super long with a lot of words, although sometimes it can be really funny. And you want to use relevant and specific hashtags. So I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe the statistic last year was that 80% of realtors are not on Instagram. So boom, that really gives you a pool of people that can literally search for you, and you're setting yourself apart. Maybe after this class, it'll be 50% of realtors. I don't know. But so I also recommend moving forward that you create your own hashtags as well. Here are some popular hashtags: Realtor Life, Realtors of Instagram, Bucks County, PA Realtor, Real Estate Agent, I Sell Houses, What's Your Superpower? That's a shout out to a friend. Even if you don't use these, I urge you to go on even Facebook, Instagram, Google, and look up these hashtags and see what other people are posting. Follow people on Instagram. I get fans all the time from like other states, and it always blows me away. I mean, the company I work for, we're in a lot of other states too, but I always think that's so interesting because, obviously I'm not technically marketing to other realtors. I don't want, Instagram realtors to all become my friends from other states, but at the same time, we can always collaborate and see what you're posting, see what I can post. That being said, I do recommend that you create a hashtag or several hashtags that just you are using, or maybe just a few people are using. Like I use Realtor Rhonda Ragona. That's my name. I also created a program for each house that I sell that I use a hashtag for, so that when clients are going to go on Instagram and they hit hashtag Rhonda Ragona, everything I post that has that hashtag in it is going to come up. As well as if they're like, I'm looking for a real estate agent, if they write hashtag real estate agent, no spaces, it's going to come up every single person who tagged that hashtag. So if I want to say Doylestown Realtor, all right, who are the Doylestown Realtors who are using Instagram? Boom, hashtag Doylestown Realtor. Look that up, see what's out there. It's always really fascinating. Any questions? We're doing good?
Krista, you have your hand raised. I'm not sure if that was from your old question or if you still have a question. Okay, nope.
We're good.
Just an old hand raise. Okay.
Yeah, got it. All right. Well, so obviously asking for reviews is a great thing to have on your social media. People always look at reviews these days. As much as they're looking for, who did their friend use, they're also looking at who did their friend write a review for. So one way, there's many ways, but one way is to ask for reviews on social media. And don't be afraid to ask. Like, that's a way that you can build your business. You can advertise their feedback. You can make a post about what they wrote, of course, if it's good. And I'm sure it is. And obviously, if you have a process or a strategy of what point in time you ask for a review in your transaction, that's great. But let's say you're a new agent, or you're an agent who just got on social media, who's never asked for reviews on Facebook or Instagram. You can say, I'm going to have a contest. I'm going to give away a $15, $25, $5, whatever. People love contests. Starbucks gift card. You can do Wawa. You can do whatever you want. Target. But you have to create a specific post. You have to tell people, here is my page. Go to my page, leave me a review, and like and share this post. A random winner will be chosen. Don't forget, like, you're going to get people who comment, and it may be people who've never worked with you. If they know, like, and trust you and are willing to leave you a review, go with that. But don't forget at the end to say on the post, thank you, each person who, who commented, thank you for the reviews, and tag this person one. I'm going to private message you to get your address and phone number and email. And then you've got also another person to add into your CRM, which is neat. So that's a fun thing. Other things to cover really quick, because I know I'm probably going to run out of time, but creating content, especially on your own. Now, some brokerages give you content. You can get apps, you can do whatever. I use Canva. Canva. It is an app and a website. There is a free version, and they basically have everything from graphics, literal posts, you name it, like photos, elements, text that you can insert. You can upload your own pictures, and then you can create your own content. Like I did this one for the spring market with the pictures that my husband took for me. I created my own logo on this website. On Earth Day, I used this and just put my little logo on it, shared it. Other people shared it, and other people have Realtor Rhonda on their page. Like, that's pretty cool, right? So I encourage you to check out Canva. Every time you click on something with a PRO on that image in Canva, that means pro, and you do have to pay for that version of it. So it's similar to other sites in that there's a lot of free content, but if you want the fancier stuff, you got to pay monthly. All right. Paid ads on Facebook. So one thing I will say is, someone who myself, I've been in other industries, ads in Facebook are brilliant because you can literally spend $3 to market yourself. It can be a very small budget. However, on Facebook, paid ads aren't always going to get you clients, but they could get you more likes. They can help you build your brand, build trust, retarget people who interact with your content. Like Fado was saying, like maybe a paid ad could get the people who are scouting out her stories to actually like her page. You can utilize a small budget. You can target by zip code, income, gender. Like, the only thing you really have to remember is if you are creating an ad, which that's a whole nother class I could show you, but basically you can set it up however you want, but you have to click on the button that asks if it's related to housing or like a special ad. Because it's related to housing, if you don't click on that and you submit your ad, they're gonna say, nope, it was canceled every time. They're not gonna let it be shown. So make sure you click on housing for the ad. I'm coming up to the end, guys. This is like my last little, let me make sure, almost my last little, 2 more. So this slide is really an advanced step. And this, Fatwa, was kind of what we were talking about, where, you know, you can basically pixelate your Facebook business page. And that means you can attach your Facebook business page to your CRM, your customer relationship management tool that you use. So like I use KV Core. It really depends on what CRM you have. But if you follow these steps, which either you can write this down or I can show it to you, and maybe after my next slide, I'll go back to this one. You're going to go to your Facebook business page. You're going to click on publishing tools, wherever that is, whether you're in classic or new mode, or the 3 dots, which means more. You're going to go down the left-hand menu and click on leads as form. Then you're going to click on lead setup, search for the CRM you're using, follow the prompts to log in, and then you're literally going to be able to attach your Facebook page to your CRM. So that means that if people are interacting with your page, you're going to get whatever contact information they have attached to Facebook sent to your CRM. So there are a million YouTube videos also about this topic, pixelating your Facebook business page. So if you find that this is way too simplified or your CRM isn't listed, you can literally search in YouTube, how do I pixelize my Facebook business page to the name of your CRM here. Okay, I know that's a lot of info. The last thing I didn't even really get to touch on is Facebook groups, which is another way to indirectly, you know, advertise your business, even if you're on your personal page. Facebook groups, if you're not members, I'm sure everybody is, right? There's like Mommies of Bucks County, Corvette Lovers of Chalfont, the Doylestown page, or Doylestown Neighbors United. There's like a million Facebook group pages. Like my favorite is Hiking and Backpacking in Pennsylvania. Like there's a lot of them. Join these pages and engage regularly, either as yourself or as your business page now, which is fairly new that you can do that. Answer people's questions, be a helpful member of the community. People click on, you're stalking other people in these groups. People can stalk you too. But you can also create your own Facebook groups. I created a Facebook group about parks and playgrounds and family-friendly hikes in Bucks and Montgomery County. I almost have 1,000 members. It's like crazy. So, and meanwhile, they can just click on my name and find out anything they want about me. And any interaction that I have is always going to be respectful and kind, because I am a business person in that. But you can literally just start exploring ways that you can use Facebook groups today, because that is the new way to basically get your name out there indirectly without getting your name out there. Also, these groups often have rules about, like, you can advertise once a week for your business. So something to keep in mind, check the rules on each page. All right, guys, I'm going to put this.
There's another question, Rhonda.
Sure.
Sorry, it sounds like I have a very bad feedback, but when you do you want to read Lisa's question in the chat? Because my feedback's very bad.
I don't see the chat. Should I
Okay.
stop sharing?
You have to click on it, but when you do giveaways for reviews, do you do it on Business Suite? What about posting on a personal page for those of us who use both of our pages to market?
Well, when I did my contest, I only did it on Facebook because, I mean, I don't even think you can leave reviews on Instagram other than tagging people or hashtagging them. So I would suggest, if you're doing your contest, just to do it on Facebook. And I would suggest to create it on your business page and then share your business page post about the contest on your personal page. And you can also say, you really don't want to have it like in a bunch of places, unless you feel like you can, focus on both of them. I would suggest trying it that way, and say like, please keep all interaction on my business page, or if they're interacting on both, just say so, like you're both entered, but only one entry per customer or per friend. I hope that answered your question. Does anybody else have any questions? I think we're all done, ladies.
Yeah, well, thank you so very much, Rhonda. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your expertise. And as we mentioned before, this is being recorded. It will be sent out, I believe, on Monday to all of our members, along with Rhonda's Facebook, I'm sorry, with Rhonda's PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
And can people contact you if they have any questions, Rhonda?
Yes, I have my information is up here. You can feel free to email me anytime. You can go on my page and find my phone number too. And I do have some helpful links that I can send you, Lisa, to send out with the slides.
Sure. That would be great. Yeah, if you send that out, I'll make sure Siobhan sends it out with the slide presentation.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I know it was a lot of information. I hope it was helpful.
Everything, very great. Everybody's saying great tips, Rhonda. Thank you so very much. And we hope, we can do something with you again soon.
Hey, Rhonda, you got one more second? There's one more question that came in from Paul. He said, do you ever put a chat messenger on your page?
A chat messenger. You mean like, Paul, do you mean like screenshot a chat messenger, or because you do have messenger on your page, people can message you.
Paul, do you want to unmute and ask, and let's see if we can get him to talk. Hey there, Paul, do you have a second to talk?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm not Paul, but I work in his office, and that's
I
my
was
question.
wondering. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
sorry to call you the wrong name.
No, that's okay. He's a good guy. So no, what I'm talking about is I am just now, in fact, I was doing it this morning. You can actually have a chat button at the bottom, excuse me, just like when you go onto other websites and stuff and you want to chat with a person instead of calling them, there's a chat button.
Oh yes, you can add that to your posts. Yes.
Yeah, I'm having trouble getting the because you put your questions in and then they respond and stuff, and I'm having trouble getting that set up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Getting back to that screen, you mean? Or
Yeah, no, getting the questions to come up and giving the other person a chance to respond to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can get out of the screen here. Oh, I put everybody on top of my stuff. So I got to move our faces again. I'm in front of where I need to go. Sorry, everybody. So it's my understanding that we can get to that through not Business Suite, but through your business page. I'm so sorry I can't get back to it now. But maybe you and I could chat. Like, do you mind chatting with me? Not Paul?
Well, if you're going to send all that information out, Paul will get it and he'll give it to me and I'll contact you.
Sure.
Okay.
And what's your name, just so that we
Oh,
can
it's
make,
Michelle Samp, SAMPH.
and I'm sure Paul will give it to you, but Michelle, we want to make sure we get it for you too.
That's great. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, well, that looks to be the end of the questions and the program. And again, thank you to everyone who joined us today, and special thanks to you, Rhonda. We appreciate your time and all your knowledge.
Thank you, Rhonda. Bye. Bye, everybody. Enjoy
Bye,
your day.
everybody. Enjoy your day.